the most powerful man in the Third Reich, second only to Hitler. A man of limitless vanity, massive wealth, and immense brutality. But in 1945, Hermann Göring found himself not in a palace, but in a prison cell at Nuremberg, awaiting the hangman's noose. The Nuremberg trials were supposed to be his final humiliation. Göring, once the Reichsmarschall who commanded the Luftwaffe, sat defiantly in the dock. He wasn't a broken man. He was manipulative, charismatic, and arrogant. He dominated the courtroom, often outmaneuvering the prosecutors, playing the role of the unapologetic Nazi leader until the very end. He didn't just want to defend his actions. He wanted to control the narrative of history itself. But as the trial neared its conclusion, the reality of his death sentence set in. He was condemned to death by hanging. To Göring, this was the ultimate insult. A soldier, he claimed, should die by a firing squad, not by the rope of a common criminal. He spent his final hours in isolation, under constant guard, a once mighty dictator in waiting now reduced to a condemned man in a small, stark room. Then, on the night of October 15th, 1946, just hours before he was scheduled to be executed, the guards discovered something horrifying. Göring lay motionless in his cot. His face was twisted, his breathing stopped. Hidden inside a small ointment tin for months, he had managed to smuggle in a cyanide capsule. He had cheated the hangman. The Reichsmarschall had escaped the gallows, but he could not escape the judgment of history. Even in death, his final act was one of defiance. The man who stood at the right hand of evil died by his own hand, leaving behind a legacy of absolute destruction.